Thank you. So I think only a couple of you were from the commercial summit, so hopefully I don't bore the couple of people. Again, I'm Joyce Louis with Southern California Edison. I'm an account manager for businesses. So what that means is I try to help businesses to be energy efficient and educate them about the programs and services that we offer. And all this is really free of cost to Edison business customers. Scams. So that's one thing that I talk about a lot because a lot of businesses do fall victims into scams. A lot of times people pose as Edison and they pretend to be like us, saying, hey, we're gonna call you and we're going to shut your power off, like right now. If you pay us with cash, with your prepaid credit card or debit card, please pay us now. So our customers do get a lot of calls each year and the number has been rising. So if you do have a call, please report that to 911. We do work very closely with them, as well as you can call our hotline number, the 1-800 on the screen, or you can submit an online fraud form with us. So this is just some interesting demographic chart that I did not put this together. People smarter than me put this together, and they're from, mostly I took this from the website of San Gabriel Valley Economic Development Partnership, so giving all their credit to them. It's interesting, demographic trends are shifting, and they are driving major shifts in housing demand and opportunities. I know quite a few of my friends actually right now, they're looking to purchase homes. Why is that? Because they are younger and they're newly married or with young families. And so that tends to be a shift towards that trend. And again, that's kind of what I said, where they are the largest potential home buying segment in LA, but they are actually not the actual biggest home buying segment. And we'll see in a little bit why that is. The younger buyers, especially in the dotted reds, you see, they tend to purchase closer to transportation corridors like the freeways, you're talking about your 10 freeway, your 60, you know, the 710, and lower price locations as well. And the largest home buying segment in this SGV is really empty nesters and retirees. And you're looking around buying around $400,000 to $800,000 homes. And you know, that makes sense. They've amassed, you know, accumulated wealth when, you know, they have that when they retire. And so they do look to purchase homes around that. This is just another home affordability index that was a screenshot taken. And it's the LA metro area, and you're looking at about 510K. So that's the medium home price, you know, and as compared to some other places, like the average US, it's really only 257. So, you know, in California, it does cost a lot more, even buying homes here too. There was a survey that was also taken of new home shoppers in LA. And you know, I know there are a lot of demand and a lot of supply, and perhaps especially I see a lot of the San Gabriel Valley area, they're buying, you know, building up condos, mixed-use projects. But 9 out of 10 LA new home shoppers, they want a single-family detached home. Like the survey basically asked them, what's your ideal home that you want to own? And 9 out of 10, they all said, you know, they want the American dream, they want detached, they want their own garage, they want their own lawn and everything. That's kind of like their dream. So how Southern California Edison plays into all of this is we want to partner with the states to essentially advance the state's clean energy goals. And that's what we call the Clean Power Electrification Pathway. And there are 3 things we're looking at particularly. One is the grid. We want to provide more renewable resources to all of our customers. Second is the building. So we actually partner a lot with large home corporations or even universities and so forth to have greener buildings. And third is transportation. And really, California is leading the way in transportation. You see a lot of laws, a lot of legislation that the governor wants Californians to drive more electric vehicles, and that's where we also play a part in that. In fact, this year, our funding just expired for our Charge Ready Bridge program, in which we actually give a generous rebate to property owners. If they want to install charging stations, we don't own the actual charging stations themselves, but we actually rebate all the electrical infrastructure, and we have rebate for the charging station vendors. Next year, we will have a lot more money coming down from the state for this program. This year, we just started, actually a couple months ago, we just started the medium heavy duty transportation. So you're talking about trucks, you're talking about buses. We partner with Foothill Transit and large bus agencies, as well as the ports of Long Beach. And also we did a pilot program called our Fast Chargers, where if you drive an EV and you do fast charging, you can charge your car in just 30 minutes. So we did a pilot program there as well. And again, our Charge Ready program, if you know of any property owners or property management companies that want to install charging stations, for our Charge Ready program for this year, we cover everything in the yellow. So all the electrical conduits, the meters, the panels, we cover that. If you qualify with us, and we can give you 25% up to 100% off of the charging stations as well that you install. And the 4 types of businesses we're looking for this kind of rebate really are workplaces. A lot of companies apply with us. Multi-family unit dwellings is a big one where we actually give more than 25%. We give at least 50% right off the bat. Destination centers like shopping malls, complex stores, and fleet operators. Again, your big car rental companies or bus agencies and truck delivery companies. Some residential programs, unfortunately, our home installation charges just expired in May, so we no longer have that program anymore. But if you're looking to buy, a new Tesla or a new BMW i3 or any electric vehicles, you can literally just go online, apply, and we give you $1,000 straight off the bat. And you can actually, you not only have to buy, but you can just lease, and we actually give you that money as well. And hybrids do qualify. That is something someone asked here last time, so I got a clarification from that. And again, some residential energy efficiency rebates. I get this question a lot, so I want to put it out here. We do have some great rebate programs for residential customers like yourself. If you want to install a Nest or any kind of new smart thermostat to control your AC usage, we give you $50. SoCal Gas also give you $50 or $75. So it's a great program. I took advantage of it last year. So please take advantage of that. We also have some other rebates for residential. If you have a pool, then we have energy efficient pool pumps and also electric water heaters as well. I believe we actually give up to $500. The only caveat is it would have to be an old electric water heater. It can't be gas to electric. But I heard from my program manager back in the corporate office, she says she's working on a program that converts gas to electric. So we're working on that rebate. I'll update you guys once we have that. How many of you work for multifamily unit dwellings, or you guys know? Oh, great, a number of you. So please take advantage of this program where anything that's 2 or more units for us that qualifies as multifamily unit dwelling. The rebates are great where we actually come out with our contractors and we look at the common areas. So you're talking about recreation rooms, laundry rooms, fitness centers, garages, so those common areas. And we change out some of the common areas, the lighting, such as the old lighting, fluorescent bulbs and whatnot to LED, and some at no cost to you. And so this is a great program. I'm not in charge of it, but I know the program manager for it. So if you are a multifamily unit dwelling, please let me know, and I can connect you with her. And again, this is another multifamily energy efficiency rebates where we give up to $200 for variable speed pumps for the pool. And this also came into effect where we will change out the old electric water heater to a new one, and we'll give you, we don't do that, sorry, but you have to do that. But keep the invoice, keep the receipt, and we'll give you a $500 rebate. So here are some new changes. And they actually took effect in March, and I have a lot of flyers on the side if you want more information. But our new time of use period is dealing with commercial only, not residential. So just want to clarify that up front. Where the new time of use, historically, it's been 12 to 6 p.m. So what that means is when you use electricity last year, between 12 and 6 p.m. when you run a business, a restaurant, or office, that is when your bill is the highest. But this year, this peak demand has shifted to a later time to 4 to 9 p.m. And so from that 6-hour time frame, cutting it down to 5 hours and a later time. So please tell your friends who are business owners, try to keep electricity, try to use electricity more before 4 and after 9 p.m. It will cut down their bill energy a lot. And again, this is just some of the reasons why we're doing that, and it's really aligned with the green energy goal. So this is our midstream point of purchase program where, let's say if you are a hotel or a property owner, you want to change everything to LED. Then we have incentive for you, and where we actually have a list of contractors with us, and it gives you competitive pricing. And we coupled that with OBF, we're on bill financing. So we can essentially do interest-free loan to you if you do a project of more than $5,000, $5,000 to $100,000 really. And this is interest-free because when we upgrade to energy efficiency, lighting, or just different things, it does cost a lot for the business. So you want to help the business to be energy efficient. So please take note of this and take advantage of this as well. This is our economic development service. So we have a whole department in Edison that wants to help businesses to be in California. Because operating business here in California, it costs a lot of money. A lot of times they're looking to Arizona or to Texas or to go out of state. Well, if you know a business that is on the brink of closing their door or financially struggling, or if you know business from out of state wanting to come to California, then we're here to help you. We are very well connected with states, with cities, with even the federal people to try to find the best financial incentive for the business to stay here in California. So please let me know if you want to take advantage of the economic development rate. What that means is when a business applies with us and qualifies, they actually give a 12% discount on their Edison bill for the business up to 5 years on a monthly basis. So again, this is a great rate. It is a very rigorous process and qualification process, but I think it's well worth your time if you do qualify. Direct install is a very popular program, so popular in fact that once it came out, it just expired in May this year. So essentially what that is for customers who use less than 100 kilovolt per month. And what usually that means a small size mom and pop shop, right, for businesses. So we actually go in there, and the contractors that go in there take a look at the lighting they have, and they change out lighting for free to LED lighting. And so this year it's already expired, but next year we may have new funding. So I'll definitely update you when that is available. My Account is a tool that often people don't know about. So when you're running your business, you can actually go in online, and this is all free of cost to you since you're an Edison customer. You can go into myaccount.com where you can choose what rate is best fitting for you. So starting this year, we actually have different rate options for you depending on how you want to operate your business. So that is called the Rate Analyzer tool that actually just rolled out a couple months ago in My Account. And My Account's a really cool tool where you will see when you use your energy the most, and it actually breaks down your energy usage by the hour, by the day, by monthly, and even by annually. So you'll see energy usage trend. So again, this is a very underutilized tool, and I highly encourage whoever owns a business to log in here and look at your energy usage, especially try to avoid energy usage between 4 and 9 p.m. We have energy education centers. I work in Irwindale. There's a corporate office in Rosemead, but this one I'm really talking about Irwindale, and I guess if you want to drive up to Tulare, you can. But we do have an energy education center in both locations where we offer free classes and also free tours. And it's a really cool place. Actually, a lot of our HVAC or AC contractors get their certification through Edison through these free classes. And also we have a new up and running food service technology center where I know they're talking about buying the whole induction wok, and even they have new electric convection boilers and ovens where restaurants can literally come in, test out the equipment for free, and if they like it, we can connect them with different manufacturers. So it's a great place to learn more about, energy efficiency and also just the various different topics as well. And this is my information. I also have my business cards. There's more information out there on the site if you have any questions. Last pitch, we have a small business summit that is coming up. It's totally free of cost to anyone who's an Edison customer, which is probably everyone here. And it is on September 17th, and it's it's from like morning to 3 p.m. And we're talking about speakers from Pacific Coast Regional Small Business Development and supply diversity, resiliency. So it's a great topic for small business owners to come, and it's totally free. So feel free to, spread this word to your friends, and we'd love to see you there. So thank you. Yes, questions.
Yeah, I just got a question about the time of use versus the rate you can choose. You mentioned that you change the time of use for businesses and it's a certain time. I was under the impression that that's the rate that businesses have to use as the time of use, but then you said during the using my account, you can pick your own rate. How does that work?
Sure, that's a great question. So it is still time of use, but even with time of use, there are different options with that. So the on-peak is still 4 to 9 p.m., but there are different options within that. It's a little bit nuanced. So some of the rates, it helps you, let's say, if you have low demand but high electricity usage or vice versa, and the tool calculates for you based on the 12-month usage at the time that you have for your business. And it will spit out a number saying, oh, if you're on this rate, it will save you X number of dollars, or if you're on this rate, it will increase X number of dollars. So it's a tool that spits out that number.
Okay, is that the same for like multi-residential places that they can go on and choose that as well?
If they are not individually paying Edison, yes. Like if it's a commercial.
It's a condominium association that doesn't have sub-meters or whatever.
Yes. Yes.
Or they are sub-meter, I should say, but they pay for the bill.
Okay, yes.
So then how would that work?
That should work too for commercial. Usually MUDs are under commercial accounts. But there are instances where it may be sub-meter or, you know, where they pay Edison directly. So it depends case by case. Yeah, but we can definitely talk more offline.
Okay, if you have a multi-residential unit too that does not have its own meters, do you have a program where you would go into that and put in meters for every unit?
So say that again? That's
Okay.
a little bit different question.
Well, say like you have an HOA or something, you said that a lot of these places you have programs where they go in and install stuff. So what I'm asking, instead of like the condominium association having just one main meter for everybody in the whole complex, is there any kind of a program where they will retrofit the individual units with meters?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. So I can ask our planning service department that does the meters. I believe they can, and I've seen instances where a business requests different meters to different buildings. So I have seen that, but I'll get back to you on that. Yeah.
You mentioned that the HVAC contractors are coming to you for some training. What exactly are you doing with all these people in that?
So it's basically a training that's provided free of cost to them, and you can go online. Every quarter we have different classes, and there's HVAC 101, HVAC optimization. There's even more advanced HVAC classes, and so they can go online and enroll in that.
Where do you go and find that?
It's at actually you can just Google SCE Energy Education Center, Irwindale. And it will pop up the first on your Google search. Yes.
Can the owner of a multifamily property and or commercial like this property here, can we install meters and restrict the use to our own members or the members of the condominium, I mean, of the apartment house? In other words, so it's not open to the public? For example, if we put one, we own this condominium, we put one unit, a charging station here, do we have to allow everybody else to use it?
That's a great question. So if you apply with our Charge Ready program, all that is upfront basically discussed and talked through with us. It depends on, you know, how we think would be the most effective to you. If you want that meter, usually if you install a charging station, that meter would just do the charging station. It wouldn't be connected with the condo itself. So it's actually a separate meter that we would install.
Okay, and the other question I had was the new billing system that Southern California Edison has, where you have a double bill, one from the generator and one for the user. Can you explain that?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Okay, so I think you're talking about the Clean Power CPA Association. So that's a great question. I've been getting that more and more. So basically, the CPA is a LA County approved, and I believe different cities join them. And they're a third-party generation, so they will be procuring the power for you instead of us. So historically, we've been doing the distribution, the delivery, transmission, also generation. But this is something that just came out in May, particularly for LA County. So on your bill, you may see on the last page, you'll see Clean Power, I believe it's CPA Alliance or something. Yeah, Alliance. Thank you. So they basically are a third party, and you can choose to be with them or you can choose to opt out. They said that they have mailed out basically letters or postcards to everyone before they made the transition. And so it is really up to your choice, you know, what generation with them. So that's what they are about.
Is there competition?
It's, what do you mean by competition?
Well, I mean, if you have a choice, you should be able to choose for something else. Is there another choice that you can?
Oh, I see. Right now, it's just us and them for generation.
There's no choice.
Plus, like if I pay for my, you know, for Athens, right? I don't have a choice which company for trash. But yeah, it's the same. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That program was not administered properly. Yeah. Every one of my bills all of a sudden doubled. Because now I have two corporations that I'm paying to. And you can't convince me that it's cheaper to have two corporations that I'm paying into for the same bill. So I had to opt out on every one of my properties. And it's very cumbersome because they say, oh, you have to wait 2 months now because you're already in the program.
Yeah.
So Edison needs to look at how they administered and allowed that to happen because it was wrong. If I had the time, I'd call the CC, whatever it is, your
Yeah.
governing body
Yeah.
and file a complaint.
CPUC.
You can definitely file a complaint with CPUC. Yeah, the California Public Utility Commission. We have no jurisdiction over CPA actually. They're completely third-party program. How they went about administering their program is actually their own way, their own choice. I've heard a number of mixed things that came from that, and I understand, but we are not supposed to say anything about that, and we're not supposed to, advocate for one way or another. But essentially, it's a third-party program, and I think it comes down to, just it's a customer. We want customer choice, so you can deal with them or not. So to speak. Yes.
How can this association be part of the direct install program next year? Maybe the first one, how do we?
Sure. So I can talk to you about that. I think I have to look at your usage because I'm suspecting you may be a bigger business. So if you are over a certain kilowatt hour, you may not qualify because this program really aims at smaller businesses. But I can help you and take a look at that.
Yeah, I'd like to know that those owner of charging station, do they profitable business or how do they make their money?
So the charging station business is actually a very interesting business model where you can actually make you can make money off of it. So what we do is we just provide you the electricity, right, that goes up to your charging station. We don't own the charging station itself. You guys will be owning the charging stations, and you can charge however much you want for the customer. That we don't have a say in how much you want to charge a customer. That's your, you do that. But you just need to pay us the bill of using the electricity. That's what we're doing. But we're not here to, so it's actually a very interesting business model, and I believe quite a few people have taken advantage of that.
Do you know the existing owner, they making money?
I don't think I can disclose that with customer confidentiality, but we can talk offline and I can discuss with you more. Yeah.